Hello and welcome to a video of me doing other random hobbies. Today I'm making a pet bed out of this. This is super chunky yarn that I think you can also hand crochet with. But I have a hook to make it easier for myself. This is a 25 milliliter hook. This is Bernat Blanket Big Yarn in the color Sky. So there's a story behind why I'm choosing to use this yarn. So I got some yarn off of Amazon. It was $13 for 10 yarns, but it was kind of like a tube yarn. It was like a t-shirt yarn, like in a tube, stuffed with stuffing. So obviously it was going to be a bit more expensive, but I tried it and it didn't move how I wanted it to. It was very stiff. I liked it because it wouldn't trap dog hair and it would make it easier to clean. But after looking at that price and then looking at this, which is I think, this was like 30 some yards for the same price, I had to go with this. It's just cheaper in the long run and there's more of it and it's softer on my hands. So while I do enjoy the other yarn, I think that's more suited for like maybe a bag or something and not a nice pet bed. Also, I think my dog would use this more. Now, the dog in question that I'm making this bed for is a 65-70 pound pit bull mix. She's like pit bull, lab, Shar-Pei, and collie. Of course, I will be inserting photos and clips of her for your enjoyment. So she's quite big, and the bed that she currently has is half of a twin bed mattress. That's what she's been sleeping on lately, or at least in my room. And I just wanted to make her something fun. I started out with a test just to see if it works, and I like it. I think it's funny that I'm using this stitch marker here, but it's quite fun doing it. Let me show you the way that I was originally working at this. I tried to crochet as if it were an actual like small hook. It's like, wow, why is it so hard to use? Then I realized instead of holding it like a real hook, you just gotta hold it like a stick, really, and it worked much better. Like this. So the plan is to just continue this, just keep going around and around and around, and then try to go into the front loops only and build a little wall up. I'm debating between keeping it completely flat or building up a wall on it, because if I built up a wall I feel like dog hair would get trapped in it and it would be harder to clean. But I guess we're gonna have to see how much yarn I have. So let's get going. After going at it for a while, I realized that I'm going to have to maybe look up a pattern because it's just going to create a cup shape if I keep going around and around like this. Unfortunate. I thought I could just go around and around and it wouldn't like curl, but I guess not. I mean, I guess you could always smooth it and just put like heavy things on top of it, but for the size that I want, I don't think I will get it flat. So let's look up a tutorial or pattern. Okay, this is going to be the satisfying part. Frogging it. Also, I realized I didn't know how to tie this end in, so I just ended up just crocheting around it and hiding it in that way. But I'm going to see if someone else has any better ideas for it. Okay. At least I know how to crochet with that hook, even if our first try was a fail. I must say, I'm only 4 rounds in, and my arm is killing me. It doesn't help that I did arms earlier today, but man, this is a workout. But this is how it looks so far. it kind of curls up a little bit, but as I keep adding it to it, they kind of flatten themselves down. Everything might just curl them up, so I might just have to be a little patient with it and just get like maybe my laundry basket or something to push it down. This does make me want to go get more yarn to make like big plushies with, but I'm not sure if they would sell, and I'm not sure if I can keep like a giant plushie around with me. But we'll see. Maybe I can make a giant dino or something. That would be so cool. But yeah, I just want to check in on how this is doing, seeing as we are about halfway through this skein. I'm about done with the first ball of yarn. I have this much left. Now I have to figure out how to attach this one. I'm actually working through this faster than I thought. This one didn't take that long, honestly. Maybe like 20 minutes. Really tiring on my arms, but glad to know that I can work that fast. I will have to put this project on pause so I can get my mom to measure the dog, because my dog is currently not in my apartment. She's at home with my family. So let's continue and see how we can attach these two together. I'll leave a lot of room just in case. Okay, so attaching them is easy now. I'm not sure how I want to go about hiding them. My normal that I want to do is just tie them and then weave them in, which is what I normally do. But how do you weave in something that's this big? What is the best way to go about weaving it in? I think it's just with my hands, just... Okay. Ugh, I hate weaving in yarn pieces. But I think it's working. Gotta make sure to weave it in all the different directions. Weaving in, especially for these kind of more used pieces, I always try to go in all sorts of different directions. That way it just kind of locks in. I don't know, I never really googled how to weave in ends. I just kind of started and then I tested it a bit and it just kind of worked. The moment of truth, I'm going to cut this. How is it? Is our end hidden? No, I did a bad job. There we go. There we go. I think I'm going to crochet a bit more and then weave in this end. I will catch you guys when I finish this other half. This is how big it is with 1.5 skeins of yarn. I'm now having to stand up to do this. It's looking pretty good, looking pretty big. Not nearly as big as I need it, but I'm gonna have to take a pause now so I can figure out how big I actually need it. And I will be back on another day. Okay, it's been a while. I brought this bed home. I have my dog here and we're gonna see if it fits her. So all of this right here is 2 skeins. And I only have one left right here. And I'm not sure if this is going to be big enough. And my arm is already hurting. Oh man. Okay, I think it naturally folds up like this, so I won't have to make like a rim on it. And I was gonna do like another layer around, but I don't think I'll need to do that. Here's our dog in question, sleeping on my bed. I would like her to sleep like right here, because she takes up so much space. And I don't think this is big enough. My mom told me it needed to be like 2.5 feet. And I don't think this is big. It looks quite small when I compare it to her. So I am almost done with all 3 skeins. I think I have to get another to extend it, and then I think I do still want to add another wall. I also have to sew in these ends and then cut this one because I already weaved it in. This is how it is so far. Pretty big. I'm gonna get her to test it and see if I have to extend it anymore. It doesn't quite fit for you, does it, Chloe? Oh.
Oh, she's like spilling out of it.
Oh. Poor dog looks so uncomfortable on that bed. Really need to get a move on and making her new bed. We fit! This right here is 13 rounds. I'm gonna extend it to 15. I got 2 more things of yarn, I think, but they were different colors. So that's gonna be a multicolored bed. I'm now going to finish Chloe's bed. I'm back at home. I did 13 rounds. I think I have enough to go up to 15. I like it. It's a nice round number. And then I'm going to build a little wall around it. After stepping on it, I've decided that 14 rounds is enough. I think it's plenty big for her. I think I'm gonna do like a half double crochet around to build up a wall. I measured it by putting it on her, and you know, looks big enough for me. My only issue with this is how it's like bubbling up a little bit, so I'm gonna have to find something to flatten it down, I think. Okay, look how close I was to not being able to finish it. But I finished it. Here it is. I have to weave in the ends and then flatten it out and then try to get the dog to sit on it, but maybe I can get her brother. After a lot of trial and error, we got Chloe to sit on the bed. She fits. She originally sat on the side, fell off of it, and looked really surprised. But now she fits! Perfectly good dog bed. She's on her mattress. Why? I've spent so much time making it for you. Oh well. I do think that maybe this isn't thick enough, because it does feel kind of like you're sitting on like carpet, maybe a little plushier carpet. So maybe next time I should do like 2 balls of yarn at a time. I'm not sure. But really, how dare you? So I am going to end this video here with Jax on the bed. Look at him. He's all cute. Anyway, just wanted to recap like things that I've learned. He just wants to be involved right now. So I definitely want to make this bed thicker. So maybe using 2 yarns at once because it's super thin right now. And then I definitely do need something to flatten it out because it does bubble up. I think I could have stopped at like maybe 10 to 12 rounds. It is quite big. I think it might be too big for Chloe, actually. But I'm not entirely sure where I would have wanted to stop. But now it's like big enough for, you know, multiple dogs or just one dog, or if they want to splay out like he's about to do right here. At least one of you guys is enjoying it. That's all that matters. I also put it in front of my new fan, so he'll enjoy the air. I do think this border might not have been the best idea. I actually think I could have just left off the border and then this will naturally like curve up. I've done another round of a half double crochet here, but I think it would have just curved in a little bit too much. And I wanted it to be like straight up and down, but I think I'm gonna get a lot of curve with this kind of yarn because it is so soft. And as opposed to like the kind of stiffer t-shirt material yarn that I originally had, that I bet would have made it like stand up a little bit more. But overall, I'm actually incredibly happy with the bed that I have. I'm excited to get rid of that little mattress. Don't know what I'm gonna do, but she's been on it for so long that I think I'll just get rid of it. Maybe my mom will use it for a craft project. But at least he's enjoying it. She just prefers when in my room to be on my bed, which is fair. The bed is cozier. But now when I want to sleep on my bed, she can come here and sleep on this. Or, you know, if one dog is there, another can be here and be kind of cozy. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed me making this bed. I don't know if you learned anything from it. I learned some things. I do think I want to make another pet bed, maybe. Maybe I'll try some different tricks that I've learned and do like the double yarn so I can make maybe a pet bed for Remy. Because she's only got one, well, she has about 2 beds that she likes. Remy is very peculiar about her bed, so I don't know if she would like this texture. But she did like a big papasan that we had just put on the floor, so she might like this. I do think I might end up making one for Jax because he seems very pleased with this one right here. And then if all goes well, we're hopefully taking my boyfriend's dog to North Carolina with us, to live with us. And so he's gonna need a bed. He's about 120 pounds, much bigger than Chloe. So that will be an adventure. So I will see you in the next video. Bye!